Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn, and here's the headlines. Every triumph of the Vietnamese nation stems from great national unity. General Nguyễn CUONG inspects Air Force flight routes through DINH Square. National Day through International Friends' Eyes. On August the 24th in Hanoi, leaders of the Party, State and Vietnam Fatherland Front met with 300 outstanding delegates representing all walks of life to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, September the 2nd. The event saw the attendance of President Lương Cường, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn. Speaking at the meeting, President Lương Cường emphasized that our country is entering a new stage of development with many opportunities, but also many difficulties and challenges. President Lương Cường stated that in 2025, Vietnam's economy will grow by 8% or more and aim for double-digit growth in the following years. By 2030, at the 100th anniversary of the party's founding, Vietnam will have become a developing country with modern industry and high average income. And by 2045, at the 100th anniversary of the country's founding, Vietnam is determined to become a developed, high-income country. Expressing his belief in the strength of the great national unity bloc, President Lương Cường affirmed that with the party's wise leadership and a resilient revolutionary spirit, our country will firmly step on the path of development, realizing the aspiration of a strong and prosperous Vietnam, standing shoulder to shoulder with the world powers. On August the 24th, General Nguyễn CUONG, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Defense Minister, directly inspected the flight route of the Air Force through the grandstand area at DINH Square on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the National Day, September the 2nd. The Air Force, with a squadron of CASA, Yak-130, L-39NG and Su-30, performed demonstration flights under favorable weather conditions. Particularly, a squadron of 10 helicopters carrying the party and national flags also flew over the grandstand area at DINH Square. General Nguyễn CUONG requested the Air Force to continue adjusting flight routes, distances and safe altitudes to have the most impressive performance for the delegates and the public to observe, and at the same time requested the aircraft squadrons to continue to study and carefully calculate factors, prepare appropriate flight plans, and ensure absolute flight safety in all circumstances and different weather conditions. On August the 24th, formations of helicopters, including Mi helicopters, CASA transport planes, Su-30 Mk2 fighters, and multi-role Yak-130 and L-39NG aircraft trained over the skies of Hanoi in preparation for the upcoming parade. These are the latest modern aircraft in the inventory of the Vietnam People's Army. At the Hoa Lạc airfield apron, technicians and pilots hurriedly hoisted flags onto the helicopters. Final technical checks were completed, marking a moment of peak readiness when personnel and equipment unite toward a common goal. All air victories start from the ground, so we understand the responsibility to excel. This mindset motivates us to strive and perform all assigned missions well. As rotor blades began to spin, helicopters slowly lifted off, carrying the national flag. The best pilots from Regiment 916, 917 and 930 flew 10 helicopters toward DINH Square. Behind this formation were tireless efforts to deliver a flawless performance for the grand celebration. We always strive to overcome difficulties and demonstrate skill and present the most impressive formation for the celebration. Meanwhile, at Gap Airfield, groups of Su-30 Mk2, Yak-130 and L-39NG fighters took off, slicing through the sky with strength, skill and determination to complete their missions flawlessly.
Our pilots have mastered the new modern equipment, ensuring successful completion of the A30 mission. Each training session strengthens the MN's skills and readiness for parade formations. Over the homeland skies, they fly with confidence and national pride.
On the occasion of the 50th anniversary of Armoured Brigade 22 under the Armoured Corps, August the 25th, 1975-2025, General Phan Van Giang, Defense Minister, sent a letter of commendation for its achievements and contributions.
Minister Phan Van Giang praised Brigade 22 for 50 years of unity, creativity, courage and resilience, achieving outstanding accomplishment in defending the southwestern border, fulfilling international duties, excelling in training, combat readiness, exercises, competitions, new rural development, disaster and epidemic response, as well as search and rescue cooperations. These efforts have greatly contributed to the building and defense of the country, earning the title Hero of the People's Armed Forces and numerous honors. The minister expressed his hope that in the new context, Armoured Brigade 22 will continue to uphold the heroic tradition of the Armored Corps, accomplish all assigned tasks excellently.
Coming up next, Vietnam's diplomacy pioneering for national interest. National Day through international friends' eyes. In just a few days, Vietnam's diplomacy sector will celebrate its 80th anniversary, August the 28th, 2025. Founded and trained by President Ho Chi Minh, the Vietnam's revolutionary diplomacy has spent 8 proud decades making vital contributions to peace, independence, unification, and protection of national interest.
On August the 28th, 1945, President Ho Chi Minh signed the decree forming the Provisional Government of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, marking the birth of modern Vietnamese diplomacy. From the beginning, diplomacy played a pioneering role, safeguarding the young revolutionary government, seeking recognition, preserving peace, and later serving as a crucial front alongside politics and the military in the resistance wars. It also helped break isolation and build an international environment favorable for development.
Vietnam is a dynamic economy, and Arab nations also hold great potential. There are vast opportunities for cooperation in economy, politics, and culture.
In this new stage, the Communist Party of Vietnam has issued Resolution number 59 on international integration, framing it not just as essential and continuous, but also as a driving force for national progress.
Integration today is not just about participating, but about building, shaping, and even leading cooperation frameworks suited to Vietnam's new strengths.
80 years of experience is now a valuable foundation for Vietnamese diplomacy to continue pioneering for the interest of the country and its people.
Recently, at the headquarters of the UNESCO in Paris, an international conference themed Heritage Preservation and Development of Cultural and Creative Industries took place.
This is the first time the Vietnam Federation of UNESCO Association has co-organized such an international event right at UNESCO headquarters, reaffirming Vietnam's proactive role and position in global cultural cooperation. It also demonstrates Vietnam's strong commitment to safeguarding cultural and natural heritage and promoting sustainable development of cultural industries. The conference was part of activities celebrating UNESCO's 80th anniversary and looking ahead to the 50th anniversary of Vietnam's official membership. The World Federation of UNESCO clubs, centers, and associations highly values Vietnam's contributions as one of its most dynamic and dedicated members, stressing the significance of the conference in strengthening international cooperation in heritage preservation, driving innovation and sustainable development, and advancing practical solutions to protect humanity's cultural and natural heritage.
Recently, on the occasion of the 80th National Day of Vietnam and the 68th National Day of Malaysia, a meaningful cultural event entitled Vietnam Art Parade was held in Kuala Lumpur, jointly organized by the Kuala Lumpur City Hall and the Malaysia-Vietnam Friendship Association. The event drew thousands of locals and Vietnamese expats.
The highlight of the event was the outside performance with a design featuring the national flags and flowers of both countries, a graceful symbol of unity and cultural exchange. Guests also enjoyed Vietnamese coffee, adding to the cultural experience. At the event, Kuala Lumpur Mayor Mamunam Sarif expressed appreciation for the Vietnamese community's contribution to the city's cultural life and affirmed her belief that the friendship between the two nations and between their cities will continue to grow stronger. More than a cultural celebration, the event stood as a commitment to the future, reinforcing the strategic partnership and friendship between Vietnam and Malaysia within ASEAN cooperation framework.
Every National Day on September the 2nd, Vietnamese people are filled with pride as they look back on the nation's history. For our international friends, joining the festive atmosphere with the Vietnamese people is also truly a special experience.
These days, Hanoi is filled with the vibrant colors of flags and flowers as the whole country joyfully looks forward to celebrating the 80th anniversary of National Day on September the 2nd. And it's not only the Vietnamese people. International guests here are also sharing in this joy and expressing their feelings with us. Right now, let's join the QPVN reporter to hear heartfelt wishes and special sentiments from friends around the world.
To know about the stories of the empire. Hello, what's your name? Where are you from?
Jean-Luc, I'm from France.
So, do you know what big event Vietnam is preparing for?
Yeah, we do. That's the 80 years anniversary for the National Day and Independence. So impressive to see everyone outside celebrating the nation. Very nice country, impressive welcome, and very peaceful atmosphere there.
How do you think about the Vietnam spirit?
I think it's quite amazing to see so many family and young people coming here to celebrate and having their traditional dresses and all having the Vietnamese flag. So it's really nice to see everybody very happy to take photos here and celebrate that day.
How do you think about the Vietnamese people?
Well, it's been a great experience so far. I think they are very smiling. We've been really feeling security overall the few days we've been here. So really great.
Do you love Vietnam?
I love Vietnam.
I'm so happy because a little bit beautiful girls, Vietnamese girls look perfect. I really like Vietnamese dress, Vietnamese red style, looks so beautiful.
It's wonderful to be here in Vietnam today. There are so many people and it's truly beautiful. I'm very happy to be here. We came by chance, not knowing that this is such an important holiday. And I can imagine that on September the 2nd, it will be even bigger. People here are so kind and friendly. We feel completely at ease.
It's very exciting. It's my first time here in Vietnam and the people are very welcoming, very friendly. And I'm very excited.
I'm from China. My name is Frank. And I have already lived in Vietnam 10 years. And I love Vietnam very much. And I'm proud of Vietnam. And today also I feel very excited. Happy 80th anniversary of Vietnam National Day. I love Vietnam.
Bạn có nghe âm thanh gì không? Từ núi xanh băng qua biển đỏ,
This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.